Hey yo, what's up YouTube? This is your boy JAAKEV, man. Listen guys, we are back on another episode on the JAAKEV show. And guys, you know I had to fly all the way to South Africa for one special guest. I mean, come on, never seen before. It's the only episode that, hey, nobody in Malawi, Zambia, or wherever has an episode like this one right now. I'm with, hey, I have to actually read out all his awards because there are like too many, okay? So right now, I'm with somebody who has won too many awards. I'm gonna read them later, but for now, I just want to introduce to you Nasty C, guys. Come on.
What's up?
What's up, my brother?
I'm good, man.
Oh man, you guys. I'm even shaking right now. I'm with the superstar. Hey, my guy, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Guy, thank you very much for blessing us with this episode.
Of course, man.
You know, it's been a long time coming. This is something that even in my country, everybody's like, oh, okay, let's see what's going on. So right now, we're gonna talk about a lot of things. I hope you have the energy. I hope you're well rested. I'm gonna give you too many questions.
Nah, let's go, man. Yeah.
My guy, there's so many awards that, you know, first I want to talk about your awards. You know, you won 2015 won Best Freshman's of South Africa Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
You in 2016 nominated as the Greatest of the Year at the South African Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
You know, your album Bad Hair won Album of the Year, Metro FM Awards. You know, 2017 your song Hell Nah won Song of the Year, Metro FM Awards.
Yeah.
2017 again won Metro FM Awards as Best New Artist. 2017, you correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? 2017 nominated as Best International Act, African BT Awards. 2021 your project African Zulu Man with Some Power.
Yeah.
Won the album of the year at the Summers. 2021 you won the Best Hip Hop Artist at the MTV African Music Awards. The list goes on, guys. 2023 you won Best Collab of the Year with Lemonade featuring AKA, the late AKA, at Metro FM Awards. 2023, you're nominated for the South African Entertainment US Awards as Best Hip Hop Artist. Yo, the list goes on, man. I'm sure there's even way more.
I have no idea, man. I'm grateful, man. Yeah.
Bro, so many awards. Like, do you still care for these awards? Is this like something that's like, another award?
I care because my fans care. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, it's like that with me. I care about them seeing that more than it is for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you still like? Is this something that you want? If there's like, you know, if you're like nominated, are you still like, oh, looking forward to like winning?
No, personally, I don't, man. I don't think it's a very healthy thing for the artists themselves to do. And every artist can speak for themselves, but like me especially, I feel like if you worship awards that much, the time where you don't get them, you feel like you didn't do enough, or your work isn't good enough, or so and so is better than you.
Yeah.
And that's not the case, man. It's art. It's subjective, you know.
Yeah.
I'm in there telling my own story at my own time, my own people.
Yeah.
You know, who are you to tell me that the guy sitting next to me did it better? Like, it doesn't work like that.
So
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's no award that you want to win. Like, is there an award that you know what?
There used to be when I was a kid, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I did. And also, it's like, it speaks to what I said before, you know, from the fans' perspective. Because when I was a kid, I was watching all my favorite artists win these awards, and I was so happy for them.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, I'm part of the people that made that award go that direction.
Yeah.
You know, because I listened to the song, I did this, I did that. You know? But then when I became the guy on the other side of the screen, I started caring less and less about it. But yeah, I mean, they still mean a lot to my fans, so they mean a lot to me too.
Yeah. Right now, what can you say is something that, like, obviously we know these awards, at some point they were meaning something.
Yeah.
But right now, what's that one thing that you know, okay, this is everything to me?
Something that means everything to me, as far as like music goes, obviously,
yeah.
Right? Seeing what the music does to the people and for the people that listen to it, I think that's like the biggest award for me, like these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, like seeing someone like fail to even describe what you've done for them or what your music has done for them, and they're just shaking and they're nervous and they're trying to tell you what the song helped them get through and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
I can tell you for sure that like maybe 99% of every young guy or girl out there, when you were first starting up, I'm sure you like gave them hope to say, Nasty, because you started so young.
Yeah,
you started
I did.
very young. And now you're a father.
Yeah.
You know, now I don't know if you're married or
No.
you know, yes. But now your son Oliver, David is turning 2, right?
Yeah, turning 2, next month.
Damn, man.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
How does it feel?
It feels amazing, man. It feels amazing. This is like the best thing that's happening in my life right now, you know? Yeah, I bet it'll be that way for like the rest of my life. But like, it's a whole new experience, whole new phase in my life.
Yeah.
That's just,
Are you trying to make another baby?
Eventually, yes. Yeah. I need them to have like younger siblings, 2 maybe.
Go 6. Zulu man.
Nah, 6 is too much for me, man.
No, Zulu man with some power. Show your power through the kids. You know, as Africans, we believe that.
That's the thing. Yeah. Nah, not for me, man. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, man? My father has a lot of kids. Like, I have a lot of siblings.
Yeah. How many?
Man, it's so many, bro. It's probably like 7, 8, maybe 9.
Oh, really?
Yes, a lot, man.
That's the same thing with me.
Yeah. But it's dope growing up in a family like that.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Knowing you have so many people that are your people. Yeah.
What child are you? The first? Are you the last? Are you like the middle child?
I'm somewhere in the middle. The thing is, it's like it changes depending on how you look at it, because we have a lot of us have like different mothers and stuff like that. So you find that from my mother's side, I'm a middle child. I'm actually the last one from my mother's side. Okay. But if you look at my father's side, I'm somewhere.
You like the
somewhere there, you know?
Yeah, no. With fathers, it's always like that. Okay, so Oliver. Yeah. Are you the one who named him?
Yeah, me and Sam, me and my partner.
Yeah. But how does that work? Obviously, somebody had to come up with that name.
It's one of those things, it happened like organically, man. We were just like, we were looking for a name still, right? And he was very, very young. He was the size of an olive. And that's just how it happened. And we were just like, all right, if it's a girl, it's probably going to be Olivia. If it's a guy, it's probably going to be Oliver. And then we started to like look for like a deeper meaning behind it and stuff like that. But that all came after it happened like that.
So you're an international artist. You're a dad. I don't know how can I address you? Because I thought you were a husband. How can I address that?
Just a dude.
Just a dude. A businessman. You know, that's a lot on your plate. Like already, you know, how do you handle all this, man? Like because obviously music on its own is quite hectic. You know.
Yeah, I have a lot of people in my corner that help me out with a lot of things. You know, obviously my partner helps me out with the parenting side of things, the business side of things. I have a management team, not just one person. I have a team that helps me in different ways. And then obviously everything else that comes on top of that, like the lawyers and all that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to just like the entertainment side of things, I handle most of that. I carry most of that weight, but obviously I have like my close friends that I make music with that help me out from time to time.
Okay. So how do you arrange it? Like in your order, say being an artist, a father, just a dude, and a businessman. How do you, if you had to put it in an order, what comes first and what
comes first?
Yeah.
Fatherhood, for sure. Being a father comes first now. Yeah. No question. For me personally, being just a dude comes second, right? Yeah. Because I'm just only now getting to do a lot of the things I've always wanted to do as a kid, you know? I didn't really have the money to do all those things and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have the freedom to do all those things. So now I'm my own man, I'm my own person. I can go wherever I want, do whatever I want, whenever I want. So that comes second for me right now. It just gives me a nice little, you know? I get to be in a good headspace so that I can be a better father and a better artist and a better this. And then obviously being an artist after that, and then a businessman after that. Yeah, so it's
businessman comes last.
Father, dude, artist, businessman. Yeah, because I have these guys to help me. I know they help me with that, right?
I forgot one more thing. Gaming.
Yeah.
Where does it?
Where does that fall in there?
Yeah, where does that fall in there? Because now I know
it takes the last spot for sure.
Last spot.
Yeah, because that's the thing that was a hobby for like longer than all the other things before it became serious. So I can't now just put
it up there. Yeah. So what is Iverson Gaming?
Iverson Gaming is an entity that we put together, just drawing from my passion for gaming. We decided, all right, there's a huge gap in the market for us to really make a stamp and help take South Africa and Africa also to that stage and to that level where gaming pays as much as it does in the States, in the UK, and all these other places, but also just like gives opportunities to different people in different ways. You know, there's content creation behind gaming. There's also software development behind gaming and all that kind of stuff. You know, so that's what we're doing right now. We're putting all the pieces together still with the help of like the guys that have been in this longer than us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Iverson Gaming, is it just you, or do you have like is it like a group? You know how you can have like a team to say, okay, this is my team.
So we have a team, but nothing's on paper. Nothing's in black and white. We haven't signed anyone in that sense. But we do have a lot of people that are willing to support us anytime we do a tournament, a pop-up, anything like that. They're always game to just yeah.
Man, I'm trying to get on this gaming thing.
It's fun, man. It's fun, bro. Yeah, it's fun. It's one of the things that really like help me loosen up these days. You know? Yeah.
So like, do you get paid? Like, does it like when you're gaming? Because I know when I watch people out there, like he's a gamer, and then this guy's like, you know, buying cars,
millionaires, right?
Yeah, millionaires.
That's the level we're trying to take it to, but we're not there yet, obviously. Right now, I don't get paid off of gaming. I get paid off of like the content that I put up that's related to gaming.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really pay me as of yet. It does pay the people that we take on to play in the tournaments though, because obviously there's a prize.
Okay, yeah.
So it pays them.
Oh, so you put up tournaments to say, okay, guys.
Yeah. There's a prize pool.
Online tournaments though.
It starts off online, like the first couple phases, and then the finale happens usually at like the Iverson Tour. Yeah.
So do you okay? On this gaming thing, I know there's Twitch, there's
YouTube,
there's YouTube and all that. Yeah. So do people like subscribe to you, or is it like for free? Is it like something that you just?
It can be for free, but if you don't want to see all the ads, you gotta subscribe.
Or like on Twitch.
Yeah.
So
there's a bunch of ads. It's a bunch of ads. So a lot of people like to subscribe, but also just people like to support, man. Because the way Twitch works is like if you want to show your support to the streamer or whatever it is that they're doing on there, you send them gifted subs, you send them certain emojis and stuff like that. There's terms for it.
Like TikTok.
Kind of like TikTok. Yeah. So you gift them. So
let's say I join or the gaming community.
Right.
Can I just say I want to add Nasty C, like a friend request, like how Instagram works?
Like in the game?
Yeah, in the game.
You can definitely, but what happens is because I don't get a lot of time to play.
Yeah.
When I'm on there, I just want to hang out with my guys and we just talk smack the whole time. You know, we entertain the viewers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But on days where, let's say they're unavailable, yeah, for sure, I play with like my viewers and stuff like that. Yeah.
So for free?
Yeah.
Man, I would charge.
Yeah, you just jam.
Like playing with Nasty C.
Nah, you can't do that, man. It's a game. You know? It's a game, though, and it's nice too because those first couple of minutes, maybe they might be like starstruck, and they might ask like interview kind of questions. Yeah. But after that, as soon as you get into the game and now you focus on winning, we start chatting like friends.
Okay.
You know, so it breaks down that wall there that it's like, oh, superstar and fan. That goes away, and it's just like, all right, we're just boys now playing. We're trying to win this game. You know, it's like that.
So you partnered with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Are you still?
At the moment, no. It was like a campaign thing. We did 2 campaigns for that.
Okay. How did that like? What was the whole? If you don't mind, if you can just break down how it was like. What is the partnership about? What were you supposed to do?
Okay, so I love Call of Duty, and that's like my favorite game to play. This the game I play all the time.
Yeah.
So they were trying to build more on what they already have on the continent and in the country. You know, trying to make like a bigger mark or whatever. And they basically just picked a couple people to help run that campaign to get more downloads, more eyes on the game and stuff like that. That's it. And they brought a server to Africa too, which really helps the people that love playing the game but don't like to lag. There's like a lag. So if you play with someone that's closer to a server and you're not, they get to see you first in the game before you see them, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Maybe just try to...
Okay, so let's say you're in a different team, I'm in a different team, right?
Yeah.
But we're in the same lobby, in the same game.
Okay.
If you are somewhere in the States and they have a server there and I'm in Africa, I don't have a server here, I have like a 0.7 second lag. So when you come around that corner, you see me before I see you. So you can shoot me before I even see you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now that they brought a server to Africa,
it's faster.
It evens out. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, obviously, the gaming thing is also, because we see people have a whole career of just being gamers. Yeah? Now, obviously, they say, some people say it's not good to multitask. You know, do this and then do that and do this. Yeah. Obviously, if I'm a full-time artist, I will be more involved maybe in the music scene. But if I start saying, okay, now I'm doing real estate, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing that, obviously your time is gonna
split your focus.
Do you think this is gonna move you a bit more toward, like, maybe pushing yourself away from the music scene more?
You see, there was a time where it did that for a little bit, just because I was so obsessed with the game and I was playing that more than I was in studio.
Yeah.
But I just figured I have so many songs in the can, I don't have to be in the studio. That was my take on it. But then after I snapped out of it, and I was just like, okay, cool. I just went back to like playing it like how I used to, like in my free time, which is what I do now. So whether I'm streaming it or not, I'm still playing it in my free time. So it doesn't really affect my work time. I'm still here right now doing this. Yeah.
No, but your fans need you to drop music every week. Drop.
I mean, yeah, that's gonna happen now, especially now since I'm independent. We're just dropping songs, man. You know. Yeah, that's happening. Like, I would never let it overtake my music career, because that's my source of, you know what I mean. That's my bread, right?
Of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
So what
that's
if
my first passion too?
What if the gaming thing started giving you more money now?
I'll be switching. There's no question about it.
You switching?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I will probably switch. I feel like, as far as like the music goes, now when I make music, it's like I'm giving you updates on my life and where I'm at, where my head is at, what I like, what I don't like, what kind of person I am at the time. That's what it is, you know. But when I started off making music, it was really just to give myself a voice and to speak about all the things that I couldn't speak about in person like this, and give people perspective on things. You know what I mean? It was. Yeah, man, it was my voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a voice now.
Yeah.
You know, now we're having fun with it. We're making party songs. We're making this and this and that. Not to say we're not taking it serious. We definitely are. But it's like, it's not, I'm not music anymore.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No.
It used to be my only thing. It
Only
used to be
thing,
like,
yeah.
this, without this, I'm nobody. I might as well just like disappear. It's not like that anymore. It has saved me. It has given me that voice. And now it's like, okay, what other channels can we find to communicate with the fans now and show them just like different sides of me, because I'm multi-layered, multifaceted.
Yes,
you know what I mean? I have to show people that side. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Okay, guys, we'll take a short break and need some water. I'll be back with you just now. Hey guys, I know you're enjoying the show. Kumamusa na mai, this is a wellness show in found using mwabanga register go trip 8 bets. Guys, mweze code ya madness 1. Ndipo my deals ndo sayamba, my free spins, my free chenchani ya mbona simbwe. Zo kutapa kuraya. Without wasting much time, maskusha navunga go up at trip 8 bets. Mukabanga register using code ya madness 1 and you never regret it. Muzika wina zambi mbili, ndrama kutapa kutaya. So guys, kabanga register right now. Pompa. Let's go back to the video. So doing my research, I found out a lot of people don't know this in my country, but that you were once called Nasty Cat.
Yeah.
Before Nasty C.
Oh,
Nasty Cat. Why? Okay, why Nasty Cat? Why not Nasty Dog? Nasty.
Nah, it was actually an accident the way that name was given to me. A guy I really looked up to. And basically the person who taught me everything I knew about, like recording and making beats and how to use FL Studio, which mic to get and all these kind of things. He was like a big brother to me. My oldest brother is actually the one who introduced me to him. He's the one that used to take me there, like every time I wanted to record. So when that guy, the one day I had a studio session with him, I walked in there and he was telling the other guys who were having a session there before me, he was telling them about me. He was like, this cat is nasty.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of just took it, man. I had a really weak name at the time. It was just Man J. J for Junior. It was too many people. It was Man Z, Man K, Man this, Man that, and I was just like, nah, I need something that. You know.
Well, who came up with the Man J?
Oh, that was me. That was just like I need a rap name. Yeah.
Do you think names matter? Like, do you think if you're Man J, do you think you'd have been as, because Nasty C is quite unique, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it does. I think it does, man. Some names just catch, some just sound cool, and I guess it changes the way you listen to that artist's music, I guess. I guess. I don't know. You can still be whack with a dope name. It can happen, yeah. I don't know.
So, like, you didn't ever think about another name apart from
I did. Absolutely, I did. I had a lot of options.
If it wasn't Nasty C.
I had a bombastic name.
What is that?
I was like a lyrical, miracle, spiritual rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I also had like a couple options that like were deep, like a deep name. you know?
Okay.
Like Soul Spitter or some stupid shit like that.
Okay, if it wasn't Nasty C, if it wasn't Man J, what would it be?
Right now,
Yeah.
it would definitely be Iverson.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, if I decide to actually change my name, it's definitely just gonna be Iverson. That's it.
Iverson's been there.
It's been there, but not as long as Nasty C. It came like 5 years later.
Yeah. But that means, because Nasty C came from, this cat is nasty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, what if you weren't, if your brother didn't say this cat is nasty?
Oh, who would I be now?
Yeah.
Ooh, I have no idea. I'd have a crazy name though. I know that.
Give somebody who's watching, somebody who's trying to be a rapper, give him a name. Hey, Nasty,
Nah, you
give me
see,
this
right
name.
now there's websites where you can go.
And get a name.
There's a website called Rap Name Generator. Just go there. You type in, I think your government name, and I think it makes you like a random thing, like a number or something like that, and it'll give you like a
Man J.
yeah. J23 or some weird shit like that, you know?
Yeah. Okay, guys, I tried to get Nasty to give you a name, but hey, this guy is...
Rap Name Generator, man. They don't pay me, but go there, you'll find it.
This episode is not sponsored. Yo, Nasty, you were like 17, 18, 2015 when you made Juice Bag, right?
When it caught on, yes.
Yeah. Wait, okay.
I think I made it when I was like 16, man.
16?
Yeah, 16 or something like that.
Okay.
16, 17.
Tell us a little story about Juice Bag, like.
About
Juice Bag, yeah. Something that we don't know. Something that we feel like, okay.
It was a random one, man. Gemini sent me a beat on WhatsApp. It wasn't even WhatsApp at the time. I think it was Mix It, man. I think he sent me, or BBM, whichever one it was. He sent me the beat. I liked the beat, so I decided to take a day off school. And then I recorded that song. I sent it to him. He liked it. And then I just had it in the can for a little bit of time, and then I dropped it. That's it. Like, it's that random.
You didn't even know it's going to...
Nah, dude. What's crazy is that, you see how loud the hook is? So it's like that. And then when it was time for me to record the verses, my sister was home, and she was playing loud music, and she wanted me to be quiet, and this and this and that. So then I started taking like a lower... That's the only thing that's interesting about the making of that song. Other than that, it's very random. It was just like a random day, random song, and it just happened to like catch. You know?
You know, what's crazy is the fact that when I first heard that song, I'm sure most people maybe we just heard it, but we didn't know who did it. Yeah. And the English in that song, I think it was like, hey, this guy is probably from America. You know,
that's what everyone thinks.
Like maybe.
I'm heavily influenced by like American hip hop, like heavily.
Well, I think you went to like a private school, like maybe like a cheese boy. You know what I'm saying?
I did go to a white school.
You see? Yeah. This English, you can't get this English like... You out there who thinks you're going to just start doing this when you went to school with a broom. People in my country, they know they go to school with a broom.
Nah, bro, the internet is actually crazy, man. There's a lot of kids that sound like they're from places where they actually like have never set foot in. Like I sounded like that, and I had never been to the States or even spoken to a person from the States. It was just the internet and music.
So is this like a tone that you've always had, or just like...
It is. So at first it was like your polished South African English. It sounded a lot like UK English. That's just what our English sounds like here. Yeah, so then when I picked up hip-hop, that's obviously all I'm listening to. All the interviews I'm watching is American rappers. So I'm hanging out with people who are just like me.
Yeah, who listen
and then this is how we ended up speaking. You know, we ended up speaking like how they speak. And then before you know it, that's just like, that became my accent, like a permanent thing. I don't even know how or when it happened, but that's just
you should like be speaking like, oh, you know what now?
If I was from Nigeria, probably.
No, but then, so where did you go to school, like?
First 5 years of primary school, I went to this white school called Warner Beach Junior Primary School at the time. So it was Warner Beach Junior, Warner Beach Senior, but I was only in senior for like 2 years, and then I moved to an Indian school, and then that's where I did like most of, the remainder of my high school career. And then that was it. I didn't really go to college. I went to those supplements, which is like upgrading my subjects that I didn't pass that well, and then that was it. Yeah, that's it.
Is that? Did you meet Sammy in any of the schools?
Yeah. And then when I went to the Indian schools, that's where I met her. I met her at the primary school the first time, but we didn't really start speaking until we were both in high school, in the same high school.
How do you manage to get your high school sweetheart all the way, man.
I have no idea, man. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I know. I don't know. I think we just both really liked each other, and yeah, we were good friends, very, very good friends before we decided to make it a thing. And even when it became a thing, we were still very good friends. Like, no one was making the other person laugh like anyone else out there. You know what I mean? Didn't feel like anyone else related on that level. Didn't feel like anyone else was into the same kind of movies, music, and all that kind of stuff. And we just clicked, man. And we just stayed that way until, you know?
Yeah.
Until we had a baby.
Look where we're at now.
Yeah, man.
No, but when are you getting married?
Best friends still.
When are you guys getting married?
Hey, Chief. Next question.
How long has it been now? Like, how long has it been?
I think this is our 12th, if not 13th year together. Yeah.
12.
12 or 13, yeah. One of them. It's been a long time, man.
And you can't even keep a girl for 2 weeks.
He's too fresh, that's the thing. You talking about him, no?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, it's too fresh, man. I wish the camera could see him, though. Is that your bag, my dog? That's your bag, isn't it? Yeah. My nigga, man.
So, you know, most rappers, usually, they were like the shy kid in school, or maybe they were the ones that the teachers like, this one.
Outcast,
yeah. How were you like, if you just gave it like, what do you think, if I went to any of your teachers, how do you think they'll describe you back in school?
They were exactly that. An introvert, very shy. I spoke to the people that spoke to me mostly, especially in like primary school. And then I think towards the end of primary school, when I went to the Indian school, I think around grade 6, that's when I really started getting popular. I was already popular like in my neighborhood, but I wasn't popular at schools, any of the schools that I was really going to. So that's when I really started getting popular, like I'd perform at assembly and stuff like that. So obviously more people would come up to speak to me and stuff like that. I started gaining confidence and all that kind of stuff. And then by high school, I think high school I was just like any other high school kid, you know? Getting into trouble whenever I got into trouble, but I wasn't like a troublesome kid. I wasn't a super quiet kid also, but I wasn't like the guy that disrupts the class. I wasn't a class clown or anything like that. I was just a normal average kid when I got to high school. But if you ask my primary school teachers, I was a very quiet, very timid guy. I used to draw on people. I used to draw a lot. I used to draw on people, give people tattoos, charge them like 5 rands, stuff like that.
Like you mean pen tattoos?
People. Yeah.
Pen tattoos or like tattoos?
No, pen.
Oh,
with a pen, I could draw it, dog. I could draw it, like, I was really, really good at it. Anything anyone asked me to draw on them, I draw it quick. Get the money.
This boy still hustling long time ago. Now, I know you started, maybe that's what I think, but I heard you started rapping at 9.
Yeah.
What are you rapping about at 9?
To be honest with you, at that time, I was really just copying T.I. and Lil Wayne. I was just saying anything that they were saying, even though I'd never seen it, touched it, whatever. I was rapping exactly what they were rapping about. So that's that, and I would just change a couple names to make it sound more like it was my story and not their story.
The South African version.
Yeah, a me version, not even South African, just a me version.
Yeah.
And then around, I think 15, 16, around there, you know, now you're a teenager, now you're looking at girls, like, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So now I had a bit of my own things to talk about. Your emotions, your hormones are wreaking havoc, bro. Yeah, you have a lot to speak about. And that's when it really started getting serious. That's when I was like, okay, cool, this is actually like my outlet. This is my thing. This is how I exist in the world.
How old were you when you did Keep Going with Maraza and is it Zankwe?
Yeah, Zankwe, I think that was my first big feature too. I was around 17, 16, 17, around that age. Before
Juice Bag, obviously.
I'm not sure, man. That might have been before Juice Bag, actually. You might be right. I can't really remember. It's really hazy in my mind. Yeah, it was definitely around those times though. Like I wasn't like popping. I wasn't on TV or on radio at that time. Yeah.
So how do you like land yourself? Because I remember Maraza was like, I think he had a song or two that was already like out there.
Nah, he was already Maraza.
He was already Maraza.
Yeah, and Zawe was Zawe too.
Yeah. How do you land yourself? Because at that time you were still in high school, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you were still that kid that's just trying. Yeah. How do you land yourself with a collab like that?
So around that time, I already had a couple people helping me out with just like visibility. So they would take me to town, take me to clubs, take me to festivals, just to be there, you know, just to say, yo, this kid raps, by the way.
Yeah.
So I was already kind of like that, and I met a lot of people in that way. And there's a DJ from Durban called Junior Daraka. He's the one that actually owns that song. He featured us, so he hosts or whatever you say. That's we make friends like that. I was seeing him a lot at the club. It was just like, we were just boys already.
You're going to the club?
Yeah, it was sneak me in through the back. And then I guess off of that, like when he decided to make that song, it was just like, yo, you're the first person, like you definitely need to be on the song, da 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 da. And then we made it happen, man. I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream come true. It felt like, yo, this is turning into something real now. You know, yeah, that was dope.
So do you still touch base with them?
Maraza for sure. I see him quite often in Joburg because he lives here. Junior Daraka is still in Durban, so when I'm in Durban, I see him. Zagwa the same, yeah. But Maraza stays this side, so I see him. Like I saw him like 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Ah, okay. Yeah. You guys still cool?
Yeah, we're cool, man. We're cool. I don't get into beefs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Stay out there.
So how do you not convince your parents to say, okay, I'm done with high school, I want to focus on music? You know how African parents are.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, what?
That was a tough conversation, man. That was a tough conversation. It was actually my subjects that I didn't do that well in. I think that's what granted me that year. So I took a gap year between high school and university. Yeah. Because I had to upgrade my studies. I had a gap year, and then I convinced my father to let me do music while I'm upgrading these subjects, because it was just 2 subjects. So I have all this free time. Yeah. And I was like, okay, can I really focus on the music now? I'll do the subjects, but can I focus on the music? And then after this year, if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to year where I'll become a doctor or whatever. Yeah. But if it does work out, I'm leaving everything and I'm going this way. And it was like, it was a tough one, because it was like, all right, if it works out and you end up not picking the academic route and then it fails shortly afterwards, don't come back here. It was kind of like that. You know? So I had to really lock in. But yeah, I'm grateful that he gave me that shot though, for sure. Yeah.
Well, we've already established that you were going to the clubs earlier. Yeah. Well, now I know that when you're like a musician, especially I've noticed that in South Africa, like the clubs, like with artists, like that one place that people usually go and perform. Yeah. So in the clubs, were you just going there to just enjoy, or were you going there for gigs?
Sometimes it would be like you just hope that one of the DJs that you're friends with plays your song, and you can go stand next to him and grab the mic and, you know what I mean, just show your face. Yeah. Most of the times it was that. Sometimes it was like we'd speak to the promoter. There's a really good promoter in Durban who was heavily involved in like making sure that all the up and coming artists got their spotlights and got their chance and stuff like that. His name is Junior Lively. So he would most of the time make sure that I'm there in the spotlight, even if I'm not performing. And then some days I'd be lucky enough to get like a 10-minute set before someone else comes
in.
Yeah.
So we're getting paid off that?
No, what?
It's for free.
Yes. Yeah, bro. Who's paying who? Like, I wasn't pulling anyone. I was never the reason anyone went to the club. No one was there to see me. People were just there to get drunk and do whatever they do there. And then it would be up to me to impress them, so that next time
they'll. You don't drink?
Not anymore, no.
Were you drinking before?
Yeah, I drank before.
Do you smoke?
Every now and then. I'm not a heavy smoker. I'm not Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. So like because obviously when you're young and then you're a rapper, you know, and especially those times, I think everything was just taken from whatever those guys were doing. So you see Lil Wayne with a cup, next thing you want the cup. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like, were you already drinking at that age, or was it something that started on?
I mean, I started drinking and smoking early, bro. Early, dog. I think I had my first drink when I was like 15, maybe. First joint, probably younger than that, even. Yeah, probably 14 or something. That had nothing to do with music, even. It was just like, dog, we're from the hood, man. Everyone is smoking. Yeah. The schools we go to, everyone is behind the thing smoking. You know what I mean? Your friends are going there.
Peer pressure.
You're not gonna hang out.
You're not gonna be the lame one.
It wasn't even. I don't think. No one ever came up to me and be like, no, trust me, try it. It was never that. I saw it and I was like, all right, I want to try it, and I tried.
Do you think you were the one who was telling people, you better try this?
Nah, I've never really been that person. I've tried that with my friends, but I never forced the issue, you know? Like some of my friends like just never picked it up. And I was like, yo, try it just for this session. Just see what you come up with. But I've never insisted. I've never been that kind of.
What's the worst thing that you regret doing as a child because of just the influence?
You see, me now, I'm gonna give you a different answer than I would have if you asked me this maybe a year ago.
Okay.
But now I'd probably say drinking. Even though like it helped make me like a lot more sociable and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The long-term effects are just never good. It's just poison, man. It is poison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now that I've stopped drinking, I regret ever starting.
Yeah.
I probably would look a lot younger.
Check this guy.
Huh?
He's 16.
You're 16?
It's all the alcohol.
I'm joking. Yeah, but it does that to you, man. That's just facts. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, it's eating away at your liver and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to sound like a parent.
Yeah, which you are right now.
I mean, I'm not your parent. Yeah, man, it's just, yeah.
So if there's anything you tell the young junior, you'd be like, stop drinking.
I wouldn't tell them none of that stuff, to be honest with you. I wouldn't advise them to go into that. Like, if you haven't started, just don't do it, you know? But like, there's a lot of other things out there that are worse than that. I feel like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're going crazy these days.
I've also noticed how you did a voiceover in a Disney film.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So now you're an actor.
Oh, I've acted.
You've acted.
Yeah.
Well, do you think you can also like continue this? Was that the only time you were like in something, or you've done this before?
Something that mattered, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I was nervous. Holy shit, I was nervous. Can I cuss on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can cuss.
I was nervous as hell, but the people that I was co-starring with really helped me like get comfortable enough to be on the camera. But I regretted it shortly after that. I was like, this is not my thing. I should have just stuck to it. But now I look at it a lot different, man. It's like, all right, this is definitely something that I could try. Like I could actually try it now. Like I understand it a lot more. I see it like from different angles. Now I've spoken to a lot of people who act and who said things that made the whole acting thing click in my mind. Someone said to me, acting is not even acting. A good actor doesn't act, they react. Because that's how you are in real life. You see how you just smiled a little bit now? It's because I said something. It wasn't in the script. Now, a lot of people, the mistake that they make is they go in there having a script already that says smile at line what, and they will smile even if the atmosphere doesn't call for that. And that's how you differentiate from like good actors and bad actors. Good actors react. So if you twitch, I twitch too, and I make a thing that's off script, but it will make the shot what it needs to be.
Yeah.
So hearing stuff like that made me go, all right, maybe I can try it again now with this new found knowledge, I guess.
I'm watching this show, Shaka.
Yeah.
Shaka something.
Yeah.
You should be in it.
I'd give it a try, man. I definitely would.
So like, how do they like give it? They just out of nowhere, just random call, hey guy, or did you like have to like do the
audition?
Auditions.
I wish I did the audition, but it's one of the things of being like a famous person. They just call you and they're just like, just come do it. People are gonna be happy to see your face. It doesn't even matter if you're terrible or whatever. It was that, to be honest with you. It was like, all right, this show speaks to the young people of South Africa, the youth and whatever, and that's the people that they wanted to really watch it at first, anyways. So I was
Blood and Water.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, makes sense. Just call this guy. Yeah, but they didn't.
But take us through the Blood and Water thing, because that show is big.
Yeah.
That show is big. I saw you had a uniform on, yeah? Were you?
Did I? No, I didn't.
You have a uniform on?
No, there was a guy that his name is Wade, I think, or something like that. They say he looks a lot like me. I don't think so.
What was your character in like?
I was one of the main stars. I was his best friend / producer. So he's a rapper on the show. I'm Zero, his friend / producer. So I was just there for that one scene where he was having a session. Yeah.
Okay, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. We've got Nasty C, we've got JAAKEV, so obviously you're enjoying the show. But anyway, we'll be back. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, welcome back. Nasty,
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're talking about this whole acting thing.
Yeah.
I've also noticed how even in America, right, most times people that were doing something, like let's say they were like musicians, even athletes, even wrestling guys. Right now, those guys are like usually
That's where they go.
that's where they end up going, like to the movie scene. Do you think? Okay, I know already. We already talked about gaming.
Yeah.
But do you think if the doors were open for you, is it something that you'd say, okay, you know what, I might as well, because we've seen people actually transition from whatever they were doing all the way to the movie industry. Would you transition to say, okay, now I'm a full-time actor?
I think like if it wasn't your passion to begin with, I think the thing that makes them decide to go in there fully is like it'll be like one scene or one movie or one role that they play that they do really well in, and then they're like, you know what, actually I might be good at this. You know what I mean? I think it would have to be one of those. I would have to like play a role where it's like when you watch it back, you forget I'm even Nasty C. You're just like whoever I am in that movie. Yeah, if that happened, then I for sure would, man. It pays very well. So I would definitely do it. I was talking to someone the other day. I was like, it's so dope that when it comes to like movies and just like actors in general, you might spend like 6 months or whatever, maybe even a year working on this movie, but after that it's like, all right, this thing is done, we've put out blood, sweat and tears into this, here it is, you give it to the fans, and they don't have to know it word for word for it to be a good movie. They don't have to perform your scene back at you. You don't have to go out there and play it again. That's it, it's done.
It's done. Here it is.
Give me my cash, take this thing, let me go my way. But with music it's different. It's like the minute you drop it, that's when it starts. You know, even if you've been working on it for a year, the minute you drop it, now you have to go do all this promo, you have to perform it, people have to know it, you have to do this and this and that. So I was like, all right, man, you know what, I'm a little tired of this of this rat race thing. So if that turned out to be something that I'm actually good at, that I could turn into a career, I would definitely make that leap. I would. I definitely would.
Releasing music is still pressure. Even to date, even you as an established guy.
It doesn't stop being pressure, man. It doesn't stop. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get, it stays the same, man. It stays the same. It's like fingers crossed every time. Like, I hope this thing catches.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
And now with I feel like now in the music has actually changed so much.
Yeah, it has.
You know, now maybe a long time ago you could just drop and just say, guys, hear this. Now you have to use TikTok. Now you have to have influencers. All that. How are you handling that, man? Like,
I'm working on it. Like, I'm getting better and better at it, like the whole content thing. See, when I walked in here, I was glued to my phone. I wasn't texting, I was really just posting today's content. You know what I mean? So
you post on your own?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes. I don't really like being on social media, so I have people that help me out with that stuff. But every now and then, like, I'll make my own posts. You can tell when
when it's you.
Maybe
it's that guy over there just like let me try as much as I can to post like I'm nasty.
But the thing is, they don't have to really all the time. Because sometimes it's like it's information. It's like, okay, the show, maybe the date has changed to this and this and that, and that's just like an update. It's not anything fun. If you see the funny stuff, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, but if it's like something that's like informative and whatever, then that's my team. You know, which is fine. It's good. That's how it's supposed to be, I feel like. Yeah.
So you're not always the one who's responding in your DMs?
Responding, that's me. Responding to comments, whatever, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah. The updates, the flyers, the this and this and that, I don't like to do that kind of stuff. Yes.
What about your DMs?
I really don't reply to DMs, to be honest with you. But every now and then, you see what happens with me is my eyes go to the blue checks before anything. So I look at the blue checks, I look at the name, I go in the profile, look at what that person's about. And if I feel like it's something that'll benefit me, then for sure I entertain it. But if I don't feel that way, then I don't. I mize it. I just get out of there. I don't.
What's the wildest thing you've got in your DMs before? The wildest thing you've
Wildest? Oh my God. Nah, let's not even go there, man.
That's one thing. One thing that any fan has ever done, like in your DMs. Like,
I feel like you can guess it, man. You can definitely guess it.
Don't tell us.
Some wild females out there. That's where I'm gonna end it.
No, don't tell us. The fans want to see.
Nah, you know how it is, man. They're just shooting their shot, you know. Sometimes they don't use words.
What do they use?
Why is he playing dumb? You know what I mean?
No, me, I might know what you mean, but the person viewing this right now.
Use photos, sometimes videos, you know. Stuff like that, man.
Yo, man. Yo, whoever you in Nasty C's DM, now I'm Nasty's friend. Throw the photos at me. I'm not going to respond. No, but Nasty, you know, I've known you since like 2015, somewhere around there. But I've never heard no scandalous act, bro. I've never heard, oh, Nasty caught cheating, oh, Nasty did this. Oh, wait, there's one time you punched someone or slapped someone.
I didn't really, but
yeah,
I tried, but it didn't happen. I missed. I don't know if you saw it in that video, but I missed.
Did you miss?
Which I'm grateful for. Yeah, I did. I missed.
Really?
Yeah, definitely missed.
But like, you're one where you don't really hear, and most of the times, bro, as young as you were,
yeah,
bro, it's so hard to keep your cool. As you said already,
yeah.
Females in the DMs there, they just, you know, saying hi.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So how do you maintain this cool? Because you know you were just too young.
Yeah.
Maybe I could say the biggest hip hop artist all over Africa. You know, bruh. Honestly speaking, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
How do you handle this? How do you handle such cool?
I don't know, man. I guess it's just a person that I am. You know, coming from like what I come from, the type of person that I've always been, like growing up, just being quiet, timid to myself and stuff like that. I've never been the kind of person to be in your face about anything or try and, you know, force people to pay attention to me. I'm not the loudest person in any room. I don't like to be. So I guess that just, it keeps me in my own little bubble. And so anything that happens in that bubble kind of stays in that bubble. No one else hears about it.
But still, there's this, okay, let me tell you, rappers, usually they're associated with like violence, women, and all that.
See, I'm not like that.
But you're like a rapper.
Yeah, but I'm
it's
not
a
like
culture.
that. I'm not like that. I'm not a very like confrontational person, you know? I'm not like a, alright, I'll see you when I see you kind of thing. I'm not like that. Most things, like the people that I've had issues with, all of them, I've picked up the phone and I've called them and be like, yo, do we really have an issue? And da-da-da-da-da. And then by the end of that phone call, it was nothing. And then that was it. You know, I've never really exchanged like harsh words with anyone through social media or anything like that. That's just not my vibe, man. It's just not my vibe. Maybe it was one time with Dr. Malinga, but I understood that he was trolling me, so I was trolling him back. Because also when we saw each other, we cracked up, and it was like it was on stage even.
Yeah.
He was performing right before me, so as he was walking off, I was walking on, and we just cracked up, we hugged, took a picture, and whatever. But I understood he was trolling me, so I was trolling him back.
So it was like
I had something to promote, and he had something to promote.
So it was like a stunt.
An unplanned stunt, but it was a stunt nonetheless. Like I entertained it because I knew, I was like, all right, cool, this is
this is what it is.
Yeah, let me just do it. Why not?
Do you think fans maybe expect a lot from like an artist? Yeah. Like I'll give you an example. Right now I don't know if it's still going on, but we know that there's something there about Scott's Scott's Mapuma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about you know, always I think there's something happening about, oh no, he has an attitude and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
But then do you think maybe fans maybe expect so much from like an artist, or do you think it's like
sometimes they can. I think people forget, man, that, you know, we're artists and we chose this thing because we love it, yes, but also we didn't want to be office people.
Yeah.
So we don't want to dress how someone else wants us to dress. We don't want to speak how you want us to speak. We want to speak how we want to speak. Smoke when we want to smoke. Go wherever we want to go. Party whenever we want to go. Stay up late and all that kind of stuff. You know, this lifestyle, even it comes with its ups and downs, but it affords us a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
So we feel like we can say whatever we want to say, whenever, however. You know? And I think people have like a template that they want artists to fall under or whatever. And sometimes it doesn't always go that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Do you kind of miss being that one person that could just go out whenever you want to go out, do whatever you want to do?
I wish I could say that, but I was never that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came up under a strict household, man, and I got famous around the time where a lot of people would start doing all those things. So I got famous. So I afforded myself that, you know?
Yeah.
To be able to go wherever I want to go. I was never that person before the fame. I was a kid. In the house. Yeah.
So it kind of like just it's the same thing, just different levels now.
Yeah, but it was a work thing when I did it. You know, a lot of kids like in their teens or whatever, they go out to the club and go wherever they want to go and stuff like that. But they're just normal people. I wish I had that.
Yeah.
I wish I had that. I wish I stayed in like res. Like I wish I went to college.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I did all those things, but I didn't. You know, it is what it is though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play a small little game. So you're gonna pick one, and then you're gonna give one.
Okay.
Okay. So you can say skip.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So don't mind me if I don't pronounce the names right, but I'm sure you'll get who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shane Eagle.
All right.
A-Reece.
Nice. All right, Reese has got to go. I got more of a relationship with Shane than I do Reese.
Yeah.
So Reese has got to go.
Okay. Yeah. Duncan. Or Big
The
Zulu.
rapper, no?
Yeah. Or Big Zulu.
Again, I have more of a relationship with Duncan than I do with Big Zulu. So Big Zulu's got to go. My bad, big homie. Yeah, he's got to go.
Zulu man with some power. So Zulu man with some power, or Strings and Bling.
Zulu man with some power's got to go. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. I had a lot more fun recording and making Strings and Bling than I did Zulu man with some power. Also, just the place I was at in my career, I was just a young kid. You know, it wasn't so much pressure on me to say certain things or represent a thing or whatever. I was just making music, just vibing out. So that was a lot more fun.
Okay, let me try to take away Strings and Blings.
Okay.
Let's put Zulu man with some power and Bad Hair.
Zulu man with some power still. Yeah, Bad Hair was like my first album, dude. That was like my proper introduction to the game. That's like the test.
Yeah.
You can put out singles and be hot or whatever, but like if you don't have an album, we don't give you that badge to say you're an artist.
Yeah.
Once you put out your first project, then it's like, okay, we give you that badge, but it's like you could be a one-hit wonder, you know?
Of course.
But it's like it's a project thing, and then your second project is when you really solidify your place and say, no, I'm here to stay, kind of. But like the first project, very important. It's like your make or break moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely, Zulu man with some power, gotta go. Gotta go.
Mac G, El Tito.
Mac G's gotta go. Nah, Mac G, I'm sorry. Very scandalous brew, that one. No, he gotta go. I avoid that any chance I get. I see him at the gym. Sometimes I just duck my head like this, just hoping he doesn't see me, right? Yeah, no.
Has he ever came at you before?
Oh yeah. He's came. I know him, by the way. Like, we used to do interviews before he did the podcast. He was still on radio. Cool guy. Like I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I don't like that podcast that they have right now. I don't want to be there. I don't want to find myself there. So anytime the conversation kind of sways in that way, I'm ducking it. But like, if it's on some casual shit, for sure. That's my guy, man.
Okay. Zuma or Cyril?
That one is kind of hard because I really don't know anything about neither one of them.
Yeah, just
I guess Zuma's had more moments that were like funny to me that I knew about. So I'm gonna go with him. He stays. Cyril goes. I don't know nothing about him besides load shedding and lockdown and stuff. He's gotta go, man. I'm picking Zuma. I'm so loose, man.
Okay. Well, that's the end of the game. I'll be back with more names.
Crazy question.
Okay, so at some point you're involved in a legal battle with a former label.
Oh yeah.
Mabala Noise. Yeah. Wasn't it Mabala Noise?
No, it wasn't necessarily a record label thing. It was like a management agency, whatever it was.
Well, the ones that told you
before that.
It was before that. No, they tell you to stop using your name like.
Yeah, that's the before thing. That's
it's not Mabala.
No.
Oh,
that was before the Mabala situation.
So the management guys, not the label that you're under.
No.
They're the ones.
I wasn't under a label at the time.
Mabala Noise is it?
No, before Mabala.
Oh, okay.
It was before them. It was like a camp. It was like a camp of us.
Yeah.
It's a. I don't want to say it was a record label because it really wasn't.
Yeah.
It was
like just like friends.
It was friends, but there was pen and paper involved there somewhere.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It was management and whatever else it was. It was like label adjacent. Yeah, it was that.
But then they went as far as saying, don't use the name anymore.
Yeah, tried to say they own the copyrights to my name and all that kind of stuff.
Is it not the guy who gave you the nasty cat?
No, it's not him.
So take us through. Like, we just want to know, like, what was that about?
It was pretty much just like a relationship that went sour. You know what I mean? There was a lot of like unprofessional, unethical things going on there behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. And so I decided to just call it, man, and decided to go my own way. And obviously, he/they weren't happy about it. And yeah, they just pretty much tried their best to get whatever they could
from
before I departed. None of that.
A lot of people think Def Jam.
Def Jam.
Def Jam, yes.
Yeah.
Def Jam let you.
Damn, you said Def Jam? Crazy.
Def Jam, right?
Yeah.
It let you down, like.
Yeah.
They say, well, maybe.
You saying people said this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people feel like okay, maybe because they expected that now that because those guys I think
expected it to be like a
gone now. Like gone because I think they had Justin Bieber. Yeah, and the likes other guys. What do you think about the?
I wouldn't just blame them. You know what I mean? The time was an awkward time, COVID, and then it was a shift in like sound, especially here in South Africa. Hip hop was no longer the thing. Amapiano was the thing. So imagine trying to push an album with a genre that's not really the thing, but also at a time when you can't even go out there and promote it and convince people that it's the thing. You have to do it from home.
Yeah.
It was just a crazy, difficult time. And all the plans that we had to go push the album that side kind of just fell apart.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it was a timing thing, man, honestly, more than anything.
So were you more supposed to push it outside?
That was the plan. That was the whole signing to a international label. That was the plan. It was just like, alright, cool. This music needs to exist that side.
That side, yeah. How long was
the term?
Yeah.
How long was it? I don't know, man. It was, 3 years or something like that?
Yeah. So you're no longer with Def Jam.
Independent, man. I'm independent. I'm solo.
Yeah. Okay. So don't you feel like they let you, like, were you also expecting like, okay, now this is gonna be like something?
It was the circumstances, man. There's nothing they could do. They couldn't lift lockdown. What could they do, really?
Yeah.
They couldn't do nothing. Even if I find a way to go to the States in that time, everyone is at home. Everyone just want to come out.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do, though? You know what I mean? It's really nothing. We did our best, man. I did the lockdown thing, the desktop performance, where I did like an hour performing songs from sitting down at home. We did a lot of live. I think that's when I started streaming, even. We did a lot of these virtual performances. We tried, man. We were like very innovative in just the way that we push music and the way we communicate with the fans and stuff like that. We did the best we could, for sure. But nothing.
So you don't blame them at all, you know?
Nah, man. I'm not one of those artists.
Yeah.
You won't find me on Twitter. I'm like, yo.
There's a time where you and Gemini.
Yeah.
You were always like on the scene, like always together and whatnot. Nowadays, not really. You're not really out there like that. Are you guys still that close?
We are, man. But I would say that we're growing. I almost said we've grown apart, which is not really the correct way to put that, because now it's like people think when you say we've grown apart, it's just a polite way to say I don't. No, it's not that. I think. I'm going this way, he's going that way, but that's still my brother, man. That's still my dog, though. I don't think that will ever change. No matter what happens, that's my dog, man. Whenever he needs me, I'm there for him. If I need him, he's there for me. It's my dog, man.
He used to produce most of your. Does he still do it today? To date or?
Yeah. Especially if it's like a feature thing. If an artist comes into town and they want to link with Gemini, I'm one of the first people he calls. It's like, all right, cool, so and so is here. Let's do a session, and I'm there.
Yeah. What about Tillerman? Because I remember, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Yesterday, we were watching. Is that Who Can Love You, man?
Yeah, Whipped.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, these guys used to be like, they used to make music like, we could all see.
Oh, we still do.
Yeah?
Yeah, we still do.
So are you also like that as close as you were?
That's my brother. But that's like, we haven't even like went like this. We're still like this. Yeah. We just haven't dropped a lot of music together recently, but we have so much in the can. We're actually working on a little something special.
Yeah.
To put out.
Like an EP?
Hopefully, hopefully this year.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be this year.
Yeah, because Tillman has been. At least I still hear you, you know, a lot more. But I feel like he's just more chilled in the music scene. Like he's just like easy with it. I don't know if he's just like busy with some other stuff as well, you know.
Yeah, he would have to answer that one.
Yeah, of course.
Himself,
yeah, and I've also noticed how now Sam is also in
music.
In music as well. Now. Are you the writer or is she? Like
No, yo, I don't know why people think that, man. Sam has been a writer, bro. Like she still does, but like she used to be very, very heavy into like poetry. She used to write poems like every day. We used to write each other. That's what I'm saying. Like we had a really special connection because it wasn't just like a one thing. It wasn't just like, oh, we find each other to be cute. No, it's like, I think you're funny. I think you're funny. I think you're a great writer. I think you're a great writer. Kind of, you know what I mean? It was like that. So she's always been like writing. Her pen game has always been stupid. And then yeah, as of recently, she's just been fucking with the music thing a bit more. He's getting better and better at it every time.
Every time.
Yeah. She's put out a couple songs this year, even.
Yeah, I've seen her how she's like, even on her TikToks, like, you know, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she's out there, man.
But we can still see a little nasty there. Like.
we hang out all the time. We're always together. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be some similarities there and some influences or whatever. Yeah. It's just that you guys can't pick up the influences that I get from her because you don't know that much of her music and her writing.
Yeah.
But it's both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a one way. Nah, it's both ways.
I'm sure your son now has nowhere to escape. The father rapper, the mom's also doing music. Your son's definitely going to be. Would you maybe let me put it like this? Would you like want your son to become a musician? Or I know you would say, okay, I'll let him do whatever he wants, but then would you like encourage to say, yeah? I wouldn't.
I don't think I'm ever gonna plant that idea in his head, like to take it on professionally. I'm already doing that. Also, I'm putting a couple instruments in his hand. You know, just put it there on the floor and see what he does with it. You know, if he falls in love with it, great, man. And he doesn't have to pursue it. Like it's just something about like learning or knowing how to play an instrument that adds so much to a person's character. I think it affects the way you are, just the way you walk, the way you carry yourself. So even if that's what it becomes, I'm happy. I'll be great. Like that's awesome. You know. I don't want him to go through the stuff that I'm going through, but I understand that no matter what profession he picks, he's gonna have to go through like a lot of like ups and downs and stuff like that. So I don't want to push him in any direction. I'll just let him be, man. I'm just happy that I can provide. Like I can, you know, he doesn't have to start from ground zero. Of course. You know what I mean? I can start him off at a place where he has a better chance.
Yeah. Now that you're independent, right? Should I say independent? Don't you have like your own label now? Like.
I do, but I'm not signed to it.
Oh, so it's yours, but you're not signed to it?
No, not yet, no. It's gonna happen, but not yet.
I mean, how does this thing work, man? It's yours, but you're not...
Yeah.
How, you're just supposed to be the one...
Hey man, people have shops. That doesn't mean they work at the shops. That doesn't mean you're gonna find them there. Oh, it's $5. It's my thing. But also, you gotta understand, like, well, we're still in the process of it, but we're in the final stages now. We've remodeled this thing, so it's not your conventional label where it's like, oh, you signed this and you're with us for this amount of time and whatever. We've remodeled this thing to make it a lot more. It's loose now. It's more lenient to the artist. You know, it's like you could be signed to Tarex and still feel like an independent artist. We'll help you. We'll give you the services. We'll give you the platform and that kind of stuff. But you're not bound to us. After this thing here, you can decide if you want to continue or if you want to keep going, type of thing. And there's no crazy stipulations. It's like what you have to do, what we control, and all that kind of stuff. We don't want to do none of that stuff. It's a headache, bro. We don't want to do none of that. So yeah, we're in there, man. We're putting it together, and when it's ready, which I think is very soon. It's ready. You know what I'm saying? It's ready. So, yeah, in a couple weeks, maybe you might see something going up saying, all right, now we're cool and we're ready to take on artists and that kind of stuff. And then I'm obviously going to be the first signee. Yeah, because people need to see you. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So you haven't signed anybody as of yet? No. Not even Sam is not in there. Is she going to be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But if she decides to go anywhere else, that's also fine. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's gonna be like a project-based thing. Like we're not We're not keeping you here.
Yeah.
No, do your thing, fly, flourish, all that stuff. We'll help you with whatever you need help with.
Yeah. Usually that's how labels start. Then next thing, now they're controlling me.
Nah, but you gotta understand, this is not my first time. This is not my first attempt at this. We've tried the conventional way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that wasn't very fruitful. It had its moments where it was great and it helped people. But yeah, no, I don't want to do that again.
Mm-hmm. So we've always known Nasty with what's this, the hay.
Oh yeah.
Then all of a sudden now, what did you call it? Cheese scope? Cheese scope, yeah. That's what makes things like board head, yeah. How did we get here, man? Like
it was an ego death thing, right? As of like lately, I'd say maybe the past 6 months, maybe even more than that. I've been on this crazy journey, man, just like finding myself, finding peace, all that kind of stuff. And that's just one of the things that felt like was still holding me back, you know, and holding me from getting to where I'm getting closer to now. You know what I mean? I just needed it to go away, man. I just needed to step into this new, fresh...
Like start over.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I chopped it down, man.
Shut up. What are you about?
Oh, see, right now I'm in the process though. I'm trying to get waves, man. So you know, there's a lot happening underneath here. Some gels, homemade, and all that kind of stuff. So it's not camera ready right now. But yeah, working on.
We're baking.
We're baking, man. We're in there. We're in the kitchen.
What do you like the new look more than?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I do. Dreadlocks were a bit stressful for me, and it's crazy because when I got the dreadlocks, I thought I wouldn't have to do nothing. I thought,
yeah, you're just gonna grow.
Yeah, nah.
It's more expensive.
It's not like that. Yeah, you gotta do the thing, the taper thing. You gotta put them in. Man, it's just I don't like it, man. I just got over them, man.
There was a time you had this look that I was like, you used to suit you so much. It's when you had the dreadlocks and then you tinted them like
the white one.
Ah, man, that was
yeah. I love. You know, before I went bald, I actually tried to go back to that.
Yeah.
And that drove me more insane. That actually put me in a place where I was so tired of everything. I was so irritable, bro. Like any small thing could really set me off, and I'd be like, you know what I mean? I was just not in a good place, man. So when I chopped it off, I really felt like I could come up and take a deep breath.
Yeah.
You know, I felt a whole lot lighter and stuff like that. I felt, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Guys, I think I should also chop off my dreads because me,
I also have I think it's called decision fatigue. You have to make too many decisions and worry about too many things. Yeah. And it's overwhelming. So the more you take away, the more you feel like, all right, there's enough on my plate that I can maneuver. Yeah. Just like that.
We're going to talk a little bit just about podcasting. Right now you're on a podcast.
Yeah.
I've seen how a lot of people have had their views about podcasts, right, as of yet to say, oh, you know, podcasts now, they're doing so much harm and be regulated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Do you think there needs to be censorship in podcasts? Do you think it's ruining more?
I think it's too late. It's too late, man. Everyone already has that kind of access now. Anyone can pick up a camera and a mic and all of a sudden they have a voice and their opinion matters. You know what I mean? It's too late. That's just where we are now. And yeah, it's like tweets now, but like they have audio and visual.
Yeah.
But that's always been Twitter. People have always been very opinionated. People like to dissect people's things as soon as it comes out, and they'll give like their immediate take on it, and that'll go out into the world and affect the next person and how they see the thing. That's just how it's always been, you know? It's just that now there's cameras and audio to it. Yeah. But yeah, it's the same thing.
The same thing,
it's the same shit.
So you think it's cool?
It's whatever, man. We're going where we're going as the world. You can't stop it now.
Of course, it's too late now.
It's over. Yes.
It's too late, guys. It's too late.
It's over, man.
I can't have you on the show without talking about A-Reece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can, but I think you just want to do it.
No, my fans are gonna be like, guy.
All right, let's do it. Yeah.
Tell me, we just want to know, like, how we've always known that there's always A-Reece.
Yeah.
I don't know if they say versus Nasty C, or it's always been like
I guess you can put it like that. That's how the public has always seen it.
Yeah. How does this thing start? Like, in almost every every successful rapper,
Right.
there's always another one that's like,
the nemesis.
Yeah, exactly. So how do we get here? Is this just on a random day?
It's the fans. That's it. It's the fans, man. It's the fans. I think at first it's like a friendly thing where it's like, oh, it's a friendly competition, you know? It's like you guys came up around the same time, whatever. Who's gonna do what first?
Yeah.
It was like that at first, and then obviously fans find things and they make things up, and then it becomes like bigger than what it actually was. The whole thing just gets blown out of proportion, and then the lack of communication makes it so that it feels more spicier and more dramatic, because you'll go like months without hearing a take from this guy or that guy, and it's not like a conversation in real time where we can get to the issue quicker. It'd be like this will happen now, and then in 5 months, oh, so Nasty C said this. A-Reece, how do you feel about it? You know what I mean? It just drags it. It's like, but there's really nothing there. Again, we spoke like over the phone, and it's nothing, bro. It's nothing. It's nothing. Now at this point, it's not even like I don't. It's not even that anymore. It's just like, all right, whatever, man. It's like, you know, he's there, I'm here, we're cool. If we cross paths, it's not like nothing is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if you met, you'd be like, oh, what's up, bro? Like,
I mean, I'm not sure I would do that, but like if we were in the same room like this, it's not like I would turn and face this way and just not acknowledge him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've put that whole thing to bed, so I'm a man enough to be, what's up?
Yeah.
And just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a time where you had him on your tour.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, he was removed. Oh, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't removed. It was a thing that happened. Again, a miscommunication. We spoke about that, and he was like, I think he was coming from another show, and he got delayed or something like that. He ended up being super late to the show.
Yeah.
But because of the atmosphere and just how the whole thing was looking, it to me it just felt like disrespect. It just felt like you're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what I mean? So again, that was one of the things that kind of picked it up and made it a thing or whatever. But when we spoke, he was like, nah, dude, I came from a show, man. We got delayed, da-da-da-da-da. And instead of not showing up at all, I showed up.
Yeah.
And that's, if anything, a display of my respect. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, miscommunication.
Yeah.
Put it to bed.
Who do you think took it more personal? Who takes this? I guess I could put like a versus thing. Yeah, I don't want to call it beef, but
it's not even beef. It's hard. It's cheeky and thugs.
Who do you think? Which fans do you think take it more personal? The Nasty fans or the A-Reece fans?
I don't know. I can't really give you that answer. I don't really. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it's my fans though. I don't think my fans took it that personal, because there's been more moments where I spoke like this about it versus moments I was like, hey, that guy.
Yeah.
You know, there's been more moments like this where I was just like, hey man, I don't know what's happening. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So I don't think my fans were that invested in the whole thing.
In the whole thing.
I don't think so.
It's been a long time. So what if he came to you and said, yo, bro, you know what? Let's work on a joint. And I say tomorrow, he calls you tomorrow and say, yo, Nast.
I'm not gonna lie, I would consider it. I don't know if Stogie T has spoken about this publicly, but he tried to get us on a song together.
Yeah.
Right? But it was like I think he knew that off rip there would be like a lot of hesitation, so he didn't tell me that Reece was on the song. He was just like, yo, I got this song, please do a hook for me. Alright, I get the song, I do the hook, whatever that I die, send it back to him like, alright, I'm gonna work on a verse in the meantime, do what you do. You know? And then he sends it back to me like a couple weeks later. He said, by the way, we have Reece and Muggs on this. I was like, what? How can you just skip over that? Like, you know? Yeah. So then when I heard that, I was like, okay, cool. Get me his number, man. Let me call him again and see if we're really where I think we are. So I got his number, tried to call him, didn't pick up. Texted him, and I was like, yo, I just did this song with Stogie. I didn't know you were going to be on the song, but I'm still down to go ahead with this song. Where are we at before we do that?
Yeah.
Where are we right now? Are we not with each other or what? What's happening? And he was just like, nah, dude. What?
We're good.
Nah, not we're good, but like it's whatever, man. We're not beefing or whatever, you know. And he was like, he had no idea either.
That you were on the
that I was gonna be on the song. So he didn't know. He also didn't know. So then, what happened after that? I think we once again confirmed that okay, nothing's happening. alright, if Stogie decides to put the song out, he's gonna put the song out, but we're cool with being on the song together. And he's like, alright, cool, whatever. And then now I think it's in Stogie's hands. He has to decide what he wants to do with it. But like,
How long ago is that?
this was, I'd say maybe about 2-3 months ago, maybe.
Oh, so we should be coming just now, soon.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's up to Stogie. Go
Let's see the video. Can't wait for the video. Can't wait for this video.
I'll tell you, man.
Now, so yeah, I guess we'll be back again. We're gonna go into our last segment, and yeah, you guys stay tuned. Hey guys, I know you're enjoying the show. This is a wellness show in found using Mwabanga register with 888 bets. Guys, mweze code ya madness 1. Ndipo my deals ndo sayamba, my free spins, my free chenchani ava mbona simbwe zo kutapa kuraya. Without wasting much time, maskusha navunga go up at 888 bets mukabanga register using code ya madness 1 and you never regret it. Muzika wina zambi mbili ndama kutapa kutaya. So guys, kabanga register right now. Pompa no pana. Let's go back to the video. Agulu, but made I figure out what I feel. Segment made my cha. Your favorite guys, your favorite. Connecting lovers, Karina confessions. They don't want to go to the Awawa Tibangajani. Okay, what I just said is, guys, we're about to go into the segment where your favorite segment, which is connecting lovers or confessions. Okay. So this is what happens. So we have somebody on the other end of the phone. Who is either going to confess something about them, okay, or they're going to try to have us connect them with someone. Okay. Okay. Right. So we're going to try to call her. Her name is. We're going to call her. She's from Sata.
From Sata?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So maybe she's going to speak in English, or I don't know if she's Zulu or is it Xhosa, whatever it is. So yeah, I hope you're a good advisor. Do you think you're a good advisor?
I don't know. It depends. But yeah, let's see. Let's see, man. I might be.
Okay. Let's call her.
What's talking about, man?
Calling her now. Maybe she's scared. She's gonna pick up. Huh? It's scared, guys. It's scared.
Yeah.
It is quite scary, you know?
Yeah, dog. It's a confession, man.
Yeah, let me see.
Those don't come out easy.
Let's try again. If she hangs up now we know that someone backed off. We've had the wildest people on confessions and connecting lovers.
Yeah.
Let me try calling her like a direct call.
What's the wildest confession you've ever had?
We had someone sleep with the sister's husband.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And they stay in the same house.
Sheesh.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great. This is JAAKEV. I think you had submitted your number that you have something to tell us. We're on the show now. I'm sitting right here with Nasty C. So yeah, now you're live right now, in case you're wondering. But yeah, we are waiting for you. Maybe you could tell us whatever you have, and maybe we can see how we can help.
Oh, okay. Hi, Nasty.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good, man.
Oh yeah. Actually, I have a confession, but at the same time, I need some advice.
Okay.
I'm actually I'm dating. I have a boyfriend.
All right.
And let me just put it like this: what advice can you give to someone who's pregnant, who's dating, also having a side who's married, but the boyfriend is not financially stable? Like, what advice can you give to such a person? That would you rather tell the boyfriend or the one who's financially stable?
Okay, so
wait, whoa. Whose baby is this?
It's the boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I can't lie. I think, I would say, tell the boyfriend, you know, and well, I guess you would know like his prospects. Like, is he working towards something? Does he have a job? Does he have aspirations?
Nah, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What does he do? Like for money?
Nothing. He's just a student.
Oh damn.
And the side nigga is a married guy.
I know. Ew. Nah, tell the boyfriend. Don't break up a happy home. You know, tell the boyfriend, and then I would say, anyways, it might be the harder thing to do, or it might sound like it is, but I think in the long run you'll be glad that you did that versus the latter. You know. That's my advice.
Let me ask.
Sure.
Yeah. So the side, right? How old is he?
He's in his 20s.
So he's in 20s, but he's married.
You said that? The side nigga.
Yeah.
My boyfriend. Oh, he's in his 30s.
30s.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
How old is your boyfriend?
He's 23.
Okay. If you told the side right now that he's wait. If you told him that he's the father, right? Are you willing to lose your boyfriend? Like, are you okay with losing your boyfriend? Because you could be dating someone, you love them, and then you're sleeping around. I don't know, for whatever reasons. But are you willing to let go of your main for the side? Because the chances are there.
I'm gonna stop you right there and say that I don't think that it's up to. No offense, I think that decision doesn't really. It's not with you, that one. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like you're the one that's in the wrong here. I think even if she chooses the husband, it's not her husband. It's someone else's husband.
I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the kid.
Oh yeah, then the boyfriend. Come on, man. Let the kid grow up.
He's not financially stable.
He will be. Let's have hopes. Let's have faith in our brother. You know, what is he like? What does he have a talent at least, or?
Nah, it's just the guy who's studying.
What is he studying though?
It's BA.
Business admin.
Okay, that's promising, man. Give the guy a chance. Jesus, this might actually make him go harder. It might make him hustle. It might make it happen now. You know what I mean? I can tell you right now, that husband route, that one's not gonna work out. That one is a dream, man.
Tell the husband.
No, this guy wants drama. Don't listen to this guy.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna take our advice, or is this just gonna be one of those where you're like, you know what,
I don't think she's gonna take it.
Nah, I'll give it a thought. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Okay, are you gonna get back to us like when you make the decision? Be like, you know what? Send us an email or something like, guys, I did it.
Yeah, what's your Instagram? We need updates. We need updates, man.
No, bye, guys. Bye.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Holy, man.
What would you do if you were put in that situation?
How would I be put in that situation?
No.
What?
Okay, but then think of it like this, because it does happen. I feel like there's a lot more times that. Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. You guys can still roll. I just wanna check something. Oh, what's up? What's up?
Crazy,
What's up?
man.
It's crazy. Yeah? I think it happens more times than we know.
Yeah.
Where there's a girlfriend and a boyfriend and somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now there's something with girls, like they look for who is the one with more potential.
Yeah.
They say you're gonna be the father. You know.
Yeah, that happens, man.
That happens a lot.
That is a scary thing, dog. It's scary being a man out here. You might be raising somebody else's kid just because they're in school studying BA. Now they get to walk away scot-free. Now you're, chief.
So
happen, man.
I feel like women also have, I don't know how to say it, but they also maybe might not see on their end.
Right.
Maybe they might be like, hey guys, you know what? This is something that will change my whole life. You know, maybe they're with somebody who is not financially stable, but then they're dating somebody who is financially stable, but then something like that happens and they're like, hey, you know what? I need to also look after myself and
like
this
impulse.
child. I feel like maybe sometimes women should just date who they want to date, be with that one guy who they feel like, okay, this is the one. You know, with financially stable.
It's easy to say, but like that's not how it is out here, man. It's too much happening. It's too much happening. It's in a perfect world, people would just stick with the person that they like.
Yeah.
And then that's who they have a family with or whatever. But that's just not how it is, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes the person you like doesn't really have it like that. And then you look this way and that person has everything that you want, you know? And you might just be drawn to that person naturally. You know? That's just how it is, man. It happens like that. But like, I think when when something like that happens, it's like a call to come back to reality.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool. It's bigger than you now, you know? Now it's not about who you like. That. You've already that up.
Of course.
Leave that alone now. This child is an innocent child. It's an innocent soul that you've been given. It's a gift. How do you, like, how are you going to raise this person? You have like the power right now to decide whether their life goes this way or that way. Do you want this child at 16 to find out that this is not the actual father? And then after all this time that this father's been reprimanding this kid, now he's man enough to fight him back. He's like, actually, you're not even my father, you. Yeah. And then he him up. You know, so much could happen, bro. And then that kid could also hate the mother and be like, yo, how could you do this? You know? Now at school, this kid is like, you know, you can't tell stories about, oh, my dad's like, nah, that's not your dad. You know what I mean? So much could happen, man. Or you could stick it out with this person, and if you guys end up making it, it's a beautiful story. Yeah. It's like, yo, we started from the bottom.
But sometimes
we stuck together.
But you know, sometimes now think of it like this, right? Let's say this one, not to step down on the ones without money. Yeah. But this one, you know that, hey, this kid is not going to grow happy. He's going to be in the slums or whatever, in the struggle. Well, he's going to, you know, take care of this child, have the best education or whatever, best life.
I get that. You see, if only you could speak to the child and be like, all right, so what do you want? Do you want to struggle until we make it, or do you want to make it now and then struggle later? Because that's how it is. You got to pick one, man. Do you want the struggle to be now and then be better later, or what? You know, because you can't just like disqualify someone just because they're in the hood, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. We made it out the hood,
of course.
You know, people make it out of there, bro. You know, and even if you don't make it out of there physically, like it's not hell.
Yeah, of course.
It's not hell.
Yeah.
You know, it's a place where you can grow up, and there's values that you're taught there and whatever. You become what you become, man. You know, I don't think it's worth
all that,
setting that child up for failure like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now. Who knows? Maybe in 3 years I would give you a different answer. I don't know. This is just my,
We had this issue back in Malawi at some point where there's a husband. He was so annoyed because he had 3 kids and they were all educated, all graduated, and later on found out that they were all not his. But those kids were like, you know, in a rich family and whatnot, you know. So that's the woman, and the woman said, hey, my husband could not produce, you know, so I had to do what I had to do to make him feel like, you know.
Sneaky. She's lying. She's lying.
She's lying.
She's acting like she did that for the husband. Get out of here. Right? She's lying. She did that for her own selfish reasons.
No, but sometimes women...
You think she was out there trying to get pregnant? No. Hell no. That's not what happened.
There's one dad somewhere just saying, oh, I'm back. I need a second child.
Dude, they could have done the, what's it called, surrogates or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you make someone else. They could have done it like that, which is amicable.
But then, you know, we're talking about a long time ago when these were like, you know, now that you graduated, now that, you know, it ended up as people raise people's kids. But hey,
man.
What the best, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough.
So, Nasty, we're gonna move on from this. I do know that you are starting your tour. The Iverson Tour.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'd like you to just tell us more about this tour so that maybe the fans all over can, you know, just, you know.
Yeah. So the Iverson Tour is something that I came up with, I think, around 2017. when I really just wanted to do my own shows, have my own crowd there and stuff like that, so I can perform songs that aren't necessarily singles, you know. There's some songs that I hold very close to my chest that I love performing and that the fans really love and they relate to and stuff like that, but it never became single in the way that singles are seen today. It was like, oh, a music video, this and this and that. And when I do these kind of shows, it allows me to really unpack an album or albums or whatever, you know. And that's a special thing for an artist. Between the artist and the fans, that's like one of the most precious things that can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I started it in 2017, and it went from being something that we did like once a year, where it was just like, all right, we might do Durban, Cape Town, Joburg, and then that's it. And then it grew into something that it lived up to its name, I guess, to being a tour. Where it's just like, all right, we're gonna do back-to-back dates and just travel this route and whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's what it is now, you know. Above all of that, it's become a platform to put on a lot of like young up-and-coming artists, even the ones who kind of made a name for themselves, but just to give them that big stage with a crowd that really with their music and that listens to them like on a daily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's become that. And obviously because I have so many different like and stuff like that, I found a way to bring in all my other sides into this thing. So with the drawing thing, like I told you, I've always been a person that draws. If you've ever had a hard copy of Strings and Bling, you'll see in a pamphlet, if you open it, there's like 10 to 12 characters there, cartoon characters. So I drew all those characters, I designed them. They have names, they have personalities and stuff like that. So I've picked about 4 of those, and I've turned them into like different tangible pieces. So it's like, it might be a card, there's mascots that run around at the shows, stuff like that, you know, just to bring it back like full circle. So there's that side of it, the animation side of it we're bringing into it, and then also the gaming side of it. We have gaming stalls at the shows now. So like how I told you about the tournaments, where it's like we might do phase 1, 2, 3 online, and then the finals happen at the show. So it's like a full day experience where it's like you can show up at 12 when the gates open. You can mingle, take some pictures with the mascots, whatever, and then when 2 hits, you can go sit down, play some games, or watch someone play a game or whatever. And then at 6, when the artists start rolling in, now you enjoy
the show.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
Some cool shit.
So how, because you only mentioned about like in South Africa.
Yeah.
But is this something that's expanding? Like, are you taking it out?
Yes. So obviously we have to test things out here first, because it costs less to test it out here because we're from here. Of course, right? And then so we've done that a couple times, we've seen a lot of success from it, and we decided, all right, now it's time to take it outside, to take it to Africa. Because every time I go out to perform in Africa, most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm usually performing to my own crowd anyways. Yeah. That's just how it is when you book an international artist. Their fans show up. It's not like here where it's like, if you book me, it might just be not my fans. Yeah. You might just book me because you want to sell tickets or whatever. So it's like, all right, cool. Now it's like, it's time for us to really take charge of like what kind of production those fans that come to see me, whether it's Malawi, Zim, whatever, what kind of production do they get to experience? What other experiences in the show do they get to, you know what I mean? Go home and say, yo, that was really cool. I saw this, I saw that kind of stuff. And also, it allows me to bring some of my favorite artists that I love performing with from here, take them that side, and put on a great show. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now we're ready to do all that stuff.
So you're gonna, do you already have countries that are already like,
so
an idea?
There's this platform called Tourly, right, which basically allows the fans to be the ones that book the artist. Okay. It's really dope. It's like the fans go on there, pick an artist, and they request them to come to the city, whichever city, whatever country, wherever. You request them, and then once there's enough requests, it unlocks the potential for that thing. So it now goes from being like a wish for one person, 2 people, 100 people, to being like a thing that's like, all right, cool. Any promoter that's willing to put down the paper to make this happen is definitely going to see a return. Because this many people already. So this ticket money is already on standby. So you're not even at like a great risk as a promoter. It's just up to you to facilitate that. Now you go find the venue and then press the button. The artist is already down to come. The fans are already waiting for the artist to come. You just have to, you know, make it. So it's like that. It's really dope, man. And these requests have been going crazy, bro. So now it's just like time to go to those places and activate it. I just came back from Zim. I did I did a road to Iverson Tour.
Okay.
So because they've unlocked it and the potential is crazy, it's like, all right, cool,
okay.
we're definitely coming. But let me come give you a little teaser, you know, just to show you that this thing is real. Because it is a new platform, so a lot of people are a little skeptical.
Of course,
you know, they haven't seen how the whole thing is supposed to play out. A lot of people are hesitant. A lot of people are just lazy to take the extra steps to go on a platform and create a profile and request and all that kind of stuff, because they think, what if this whole thing is fake? What if they're just trying to get my info?
Yeah.
So we had to go there just to make them, you know, see it and believe and be like, yo, this is happening.
Yeah.
Like, we're here, we're grateful that you requested. This is a little teaser or whatever to show you that, all right, on this date, we're definitely coming back.
Yeah. So give me just 3 countries that you're looking forward to, even if they haven't done the issue, but you know that, okay, there's these 3 countries that I'm looking forward to in Africa.
I would say, yo, bro, it's hard to pick 3, man. That's crazy. Okay, Kenya. Kenya always goes crazy every time I'm there. Malawi always goes crazy, obviously. I really want to say, yo, it's hard to pick between these.
Pick 5.
All right, 5 makes it easy. All right, there we go. Zambia.
Okay.
Always crazy. Did I pick Nigeria already?
No.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Both Lagos and Abuja.
Yeah.
And then, what am I gonna give the last spot? I have to give it to Zim because I was just there.
Yeah.
Zim. Yeah.
Give me 1 artist that you know from Malawi.
1 artist that I know from Malawi.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's tough.
You guys, you see?
There's a girl. She raps. She's usually with her DJ, man. I forgot her name. She was there though when I was doing interviews there. I was on like a press tour over there. She was with us the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name though. Say some names.
Of a girl who raps?
Yeah.
Yo?
Oh, you don't even know. Crazy.
Do you know a girl who raps?
Yeah, Rina.
Is it Rina?
No.
Weren't you there?
No, Rina.
You were there with us, no?
Rina's not.
Yeah, I was paying attention.
Damn, James, you could have saved me right now.
Okay, give me somebody that you know from Malawi.
Nah, dog, I'm really terrible at that kind of stuff. You see, I don't even know a lot of South African artists. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I stay in my bubble, bro. Like, that's not a joke when I say it. I know a lot of people say it just to sound like, oh, no. No, I'm like that, bro. Like, I came from home and I came here. After this, I'm going straight home. I'm not calling anyone. I'm not doing no dinners, no lunch. I'm not, you know what I mean? I stay in my bubble, man.
Yeah. It's
Damn,
fine.
It's all right.
It's fine. Okay.
I can't count Gemini. Gemini is South African.
Gemini is South African. That guy, but he's also Malawian.
All right,
he's more Malawian.
That would be, that's cheating. All right, let's say Gemini major then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't given us a date yet on when all this is, the Iverson Tour is.
At the moment we only have 1 confirmed date.
Okay.
And that's for Zim.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one that's been confirmed for, that's the 9th of August.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the other dates, I have to wait till Ayanda tells me. I can't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just gonna be you as the one-man show, or is it gonna be like with
me,
local,
the main artist, and then local artists? Obviously, we can't do it without them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then they're gonna be there, and then depending on how flexible we are with like budget and stuff, I'm gonna bring a couple people from home too. I know they would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we obviously have to see. Like every country's different, man. You don't know what kind of support financially you'll get from this place and that place, and also we need like sponsors and stuff like that to make shit like that happen. And yeah, you know, if they don't with us, then we have to make it happen on our own, and there's only so much we can do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, as you've seen, we're about to start a tour. I'm going to be part of this tour, so we are about to start this tour. Guy, I need us to play one last game.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're gonna give you the power to award these people.
All right.
So think of it like the Iverson Awards.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a category, and then you're just gonna
You can be a list, and then I pick a winner.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give you the names. You just mention the name of the
the winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a list.
Sheesh. All right.
Song of the year. Who do you think it goes to? So we're gonna start from 2024.
2024 to 2025.
To date. So song of the year.
You see, again, man.
You have to give us a name.
I'm not out there like that. I don't know.
Yeah, just give us anything.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna say. Wait, is South Africa or Africa?
South Africa.
Or okay, there we go.
South Africa.
All right. South Africa. I would give it to. I think I would give it to Kindly Nash. Kindly Nash, Ace Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think I've heard Candy Nash, but I don't know because they always
It's a
confuse
little
me.
biased because I'm on the song. I'm on the remix though.
Oh yes.
I would give it to him just for the original song.
Yeah. Male artist of the year.
Male artist of the year.
Doesn't have to be hip hop.
I don't know what niggas be doing, dog. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Look, give us a name. Give us somebody.
I'm gonna give you. Who dropped the project last year? First of all, let's start there. Who? Did someone drop a project last year? I know Pretty Ugly dropped the project. I don't know if he dropped it last year.
But it doesn't have to be centered around rappers or something. Anybody.
That's all I can think of, though. Like I told you, man, I don't know stuff. Dog.
Yeah.
I'm not lying, though. I swear to God. I just give it to Pretty Ugly, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Pretty Ugly.
Female artist of the year.
Female artist of the year. I'm picking Tyler.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone will agree with that one.
Yeah. Content creator of the year.
Content creator of the year.
Yeah. So this is like TikTokers.
Ah, I see. I would go with probably Sonabile.
Sonabile.
You know Sonabile?
Yeah, no Sonabile.
Yeah, I would give it to him.
Music video of the year.
Ooh, Baby Days. I think the song is called Enemies or something like that. My favorite South African hip hop video of all time. Not even just this year. Yeah, of all time.
Enemies.
Yeah, such a clean video. So sick. Like the standard is crazy.
Okay. Now, I feel like a lot of people in South Africa dress up. But you know this guy or this girl, whatever, can dress.
Oh, yeah.
So I need just one fashionable celebrity of the
One,
year.
I'll give you a couple. But if you want one,
Give me three.
give you three, okay?
Yeah.
Nomuzi. I'm not sure if she's still an artist. She does more behind the scenes stuff now, but Mosley for sure. She's insane with the drip.
Yeah.
I would give it to Musa Keys. He really, really goes crazy. And then third, I would give it to Elaine. Elaine is also someone I really like her style.
I don't know. I don't know why I don't know Elaine, but I'm going to try to.
You don't know Elaine?
Is she a musician? Is she a musician?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Stop now, bro.
Yeah, nah, she cleans up.
Singer.
All three of them, yeah.
Singer.
All three of them.
Okay. Wait.
Last time you didn't know who Bone Thugs and Harmony was.
Ah, Chief. That's crazy.
Hey.
How do I know that? How old are you?
Hey.
That's crazy.
Okay. Best upcoming artist.
Best upcoming artist, Brother Cooper. Without a doubt. Do you know Brother Cooper?
Hey, don't say.
Nah, I'm not gonna fault you too much for that one. He's fairly new, but he's insane, man. He's came up with the sound. It's like Gom, but it's trap at the same time. And it's like he's coming with the trap flows and the trap lyrics and stuff like that. And he's coming with the Southside lingo, and it's Gom at the same time, but it's Gom with 808s.
It's like hard.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I think that genre is what's gonna bring Gom back. Not only that though, it's gonna be the new South African hip hop sound.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be. I want it to be that.
Yeah. Would you hop on a sound?
I have before, very, very early in my career.
Yeah.
This is a long time ago, but I think I would do it again. Not right now though.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those dudes that's just hopping on the trend. Or
Yeah.
I just don't feel like doing it right now. But yeah, I definitely would do that. I'm not against that at all.
Yeah. There's a time where I think you were the game is done. The game is done. Yeah. There's a time where you once said you're not going to go on a piano song.
Yeah.
Do you still live up to that, or maybe?
I've done it already. I did a whole project.
I'm a piano.
Yeah, with Leka.
Really?
Yeah, with Leka beats.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's on my piano, eh?
Yeah, I let the convince me to do it, man, and I did it. I did it, man.
How was it like? Was it like, man? Or was it like, were you excited about doing it, or was this just like?
I was part excited, part nervous, part I was feeling like, yo, this ain't it.
Yeah.
But like, I had like the people that I was working with, especially Leka. Leka was like, yo, man, trust me, just do what you do. Don't try and be like, I'm a piano artist. Don't try and turn into that. Just do what you do. Come, just rap, man.
Yeah.
Do your thing, though. So that's exactly what I did. That made me comfortable enough to see the whole thing through. But, yeah.
I'm gonna go download that.
Yeah, go check it out. It's a fire project, man.
Yeah.
It is. It's dope.
What's it called?
I'm glad I tried it. You know, because it was like,
I
I don't want to do it on my piano, and then I tried it, and then I know for sure I
That you don't do. I think I saw a video. You were like in a backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
okay.
It was a fun experience, man. It was
Yeah.
dope. It was dope. Yeah.
Well, Nasty, thank you very much for sitting down with us today.
Appreciate it.
It was a
man.
very great chat.
Yeah.
I loved every bit. I'm sure my people, they've gotten more closer, you know, to you than maybe what they were. So maybe if you have anything that you want to say to the fans, anything really.
Oh yeah. Shit. Just thank you guys for the continued support. I appreciate that. I'll see you guys very soon for the Iverson Tour. Hopefully everyone that's watching is gonna attend. And yeah, there's a whole lot of new music coming out, new visuals, new content, and all that kind of stuff, man. Streams, all that. So yeah, be on the lookout.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share,
Yeah.
all that fun good stuff. And from me, JAAKEV Madness, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.
Foes up till it goes up.
My boy.
My dog, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
That was awesome.
We need